Hello and welcome to Tuesday. Not just any Tuesday. It is a Tuesday similar to another Tuesday that we just recently celebrated. It is a Super Tuesday. Although the other one was Super Tuesday. So this is like Super Tuesday 2. Tuesday harder. And it is... We were going to talk a little bit about election stuff, but before I do, this. Check this out. If you're like, what died in that pot? That's what I wanted to know. But Mal says it's different. It's zucchini.
Yeah, instead of noodles.
It's zucchini. We bought this thing. What's the name of it? Do you remember the name of it?
It's a spiral dicer.
Something zucchini spiral slicer thing. I'll put a link to what we got in the description. It's pretty cheap on Amazon. And you use it, and it turns zucchini into noodles, basically.
You can use it for other vegetables too.
Yeah, so basically Mal made what is essentially chicken noodle soup, but with zucchini, right?
Yeah.
Chicken zoodle.
They're calling it zoodles.
Chicken zoodle soup.
Which is a pretty terrible name.
Zoodle is a terrible name. It looks good though, and it's, I guess, you know, healthier for you because we're using vegetables and not pasta. But yeah, sure, I'll give it a shot. I'm excited. It is, however, Super Tuesday 2. The big thing that was going on today was the primaries for, I think there's 5 states. God, I'm never going to remember them all. The big ones are Florida and Ohio, but then also North Carolina and Missouri. Illinois. Okay, so those are the 5 primary states today. So that's going on. But the big deal is that of all 50 states, I believe there are 8. I think there's 8. That are winner-take-all states. So if you win in them, you take all the delegates. So that has been kind of like the hair-raising, brain-racking thing going on today. The important thing today is that 2 of the states are today, Super Tuesday 2. Those states are Florida and Ohio. And I've been really interested to see what's going to happen because the Republican Party is trying to sabotage Donald Trump, because if Donald Trump can get the minimum number of delegates necessary to win the nomination, which is 51%, which is something like 1,200 something delegates, then he just is the nomination. There's nothing they can do. But if he falls below 51%, then they can do all sorts of wacky stuff whenever they get to the convention, because it will be a, what's it called, brokered? I think it's brokered convention. And there's all sorts of weird American politics stuff that takes place. Basically, Donald Trump gets Florida and Ohio bad. Donald Trump doesn't get Florida and Ohio good. So they've been really trying to... I mean, it sounds ridiculous, but the Republican Party is trying to sabotage itself because they're trying to take down Donald Trump. But I've been watching this stuff come in, and from early on, man, Florida was very, very big on Trump. It was like 40-something, and then the next lowest one, which was Rubio, who is actually the senator. He's a senator, right, from Florida?
I don't remember.
I think he's the senator from Florida. He's something in Florida, and I don't remember. So you would assume that since that was his home turf, he'd do well. Not well enough, because now there's enough reporting to show that Trump actually took Florida. So that's 99 more delegates to him. Now on the other side of that was Ohio, and Kasich is he's not currently, I don't think he's currently the governor of Ohio. He was the governor of Ohio, I believe. And he's actually pulling ahead right now, but it's very early reporting on that. So it's been interesting to watch it come in. It's also been a really interesting election year. Especially, I mean, anyone who's like getting into politics now, who's old enough to vote in the U.S., this is probably not a good representation of what politics are like in the U.S. because it's not typically this crazy. But it is fun. It's certainly fun to see all of this bizarre stuff going on. Trump came out of nowhere, no one took him seriously, and now he is a raging train pushing forward, and he's gained a lot of momentum, and it's freaking the Republican Party out, because if he gets 51% or more, then they're just kind of like screwed. But with the support of Florida, but not with Ohio, there's like a super slim chance, I think, that he may not get the nomination. But right now, it looks like he will be on the ballot come November, so it's interesting. It's It's really interesting. It also looks like Hillary's probably got it on the Democrat side, which is not too surprising. There was an upset the other day, and Sanders ended up taking Michigan, but I don't think that's going to amount to a whole lot. Now, whenever you looked at the pledged delegates versus the super delegates, Hillary Clinton wasn't all that far ahead of Sanders, but as of today, she's taking like a bunch of these states, so I don't know. I mean, it could still happen. Sanders could still pull it off, but right now, it's not looking too good. Looks like it's going to be Clinton versus Trump, which is going to be there's going to be some interesting debates, that's for sure. All right, you ready to try these zucchini noodles while we watch Dragon Ball Z?
In hindsight, I should have chopped them instead of left them full spirals because they're really long.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Oh.
They're like the pasta in Lady and the Tramp.
Huh. It's not bad. It's really not. I mean, it tastes like chicken noodle soup, and the zucchini actually tastes like noodles. To be honest, it's the same consistency. Huh. That's different. I'm sure it's a lot healthier for you, so. Cool. Here's to zoodles. The strangest thing I never really thought I'd be eating.
You want to try spaghetti with it?
Yes, actually. I would love to replace pasta and spaghetti and actually have this with, like, meat sauce.
Let's try that.
Mm-hmm. I think that'd be really good. Anyway, that's it for today. Thanks for watching. I won't make you discuss politics. I know we've actually been doing it quite a lot. I've been editing some of the vlogs, and I've done quite a few videos on the election. Although I do genuinely find it interesting, and this is also the first year I've watched all the debates, so that's probably why. Once again, we try to stay, pretty politically neutral on the vlog, and I think I've continued to do a good job of that. But we're certainly discussing things a bit more. If you want to talk about it, you can. If you want to talk about zoodles, feel free, because...
Or terrible buzzwords.
Or terrible... because these are actually a lot better than I would have expected. I mean, it is zucchini noodles, but they work. They really do work. And even if you don't like zucchini, I would urge you to give this a shot, because it loses that. Like if you're making chicken noodle soup with it, it ends up just tasting like chicken noodle soup. Alright, thanks for watching. Let's meet back tomorrow, shall we?
Watch us play games. Watch Mal paint games. Social media. Buy a shirt. Support our Patreon. See you tomorrow.